Hello everyone, today we will be discussing Freemark Abbey Winery Case Study 21. Team members for this project were Alexander Beebe, Alicia Dickerson, Jake Jill, Jerica Cromer, Jane, Sarah Christopher, Tommy Ashadume, and myself, Nydia Goodyear. Freemark Abbey Winery is located in St. Helena, California, in the northern Napa Valley. Freemark Abbey Winery only produces premium wines from the best grape varieties. At the time, board members were presented with the situation. There was a storm approaching. A storm before the harvest is usually detrimental. However, a shower can cause a beneficial mold called Botrytis cinerea, which results in a luscious, complex, sweet wine highly viewed by connoisseurs. There was a storm approaching, and there were two choices to be made. Board members could either harvest the Riesling grapes immediately or leave the Riesling grapes on the vine. If the grapes were left on the vine, there were two possibilities. The storm would occur or the storm would not occur. If the storm occurs, there was 40% chance that there would be a development of botrytis. There was also a 60% chance that there would be no development of botrytis. At the same time, the grapes could increase by volume by 5 to 10%. Or no grapes would be harvested and the grapes would be sold in bulk. There are two scenarios that could happen if the storm does not occur. In the first scenario, there was an 80% chance that the grape's acidity level would be below 0.7. At the same time, the sugar could rise to 25%, which at that point we would be able to sell the bottles for $3.50. If the sugar only rises to 20%, we would only be able to sell the bottles at $3 a bottle. If the storm does not occur, scenario 2 is that there is a 20% chance that the acidity level would only rise to 0.7, which at that point we would be only able to sell the bottles at $2.50. Here are the monetary results of the storm. The alternatives again are that the storm strikes and botrytis develops, which at that point we would be able to sell the bottles at $8 per bottle. We would be able to produce 8,400 bottles, which we would yield $67,200. If the storm strikes and botrytis does not develop, we would only be able to sell the bottles at $2 per bottle. We would be able to produce 12,000 bottles, but would only yield $24,000. Here are the monetary results if no storm occurs. Again, the first alternative would be that the acidity falls below 0.7, which at that point we could only sell the bottles at $2.50. We would be able to produce 12,000 bottles and it yields $30,000. If the sugar level rises to 25%, we could sell the bottles at $3.50, produce 12,000 bottles, and yield $42,000. If the acidity level only rises to, or if the sugar level only rises to 20%, we could sell bottles at $3 per bottle and still be able to produce 12,000 bottles, which yields $36,000. At this point, what is the most profitable scenario that would benefit Freemark Abbey Winery? It looks like if the storm occurs and botrytis develops, the wine could be sold at $8 a bottle, which yields a total profit of $67,200. Here's the analysis of the two options of the storm occurring or the storm not occurring based on probability. Again, it looks like the storm occurring would yield higher profits for Freemark Abbey Winery. Freemark Abbey Winery should wait for the storm to occur since the returns if the storm occurs are high. The decision tree presented here further confirms that Freemark Abbey Winery should wait for the storm to occur since the probability and outcomes of returns are higher. The risk analysis demonstrates that waiting for the storm is a riskier option. However, the higher the risk, the more the returns. Harvesting before the storm is less risky, however it does earn less returns. The less the risk, the less returns. Risk averse leads to lower returns. A high risk appetite usually leads to more returns. In the risk profile, there are 5 possible options for Freemark Abbey Winery that either or cut on the losses, increase the projection above the estimated, or potentially tarnish the brand's reputation. However, the risk profile still shows that the storm occurring and the mold developing is the best result for Freemark Abbey Winery, and the board members should consider waiting for the storm to occur.